touchdown, couple key possessions. Come to the post game, watch them teach some lessons. Say, what? I don't think them people are convinced. I say, call them, but they tell you how to read a blitz. They in cover 2, tell me why they switch to cover 6. Every Friday at 7:30, no, I cannot miss. Like, hey, yo, yeah, we live for the post game show.
Week 14, first place Bears, not just in the NFC North, but in the NFC overall. Bears 9-3. It's a big week. It's Packer week. Bear down. Let's talk about it. Bears Banter Talk Show.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
How y'all doing?
Oh, no, that's the first time I've been on the show and I heard Luke.
It's hot.
That is hype.
It's hot. It's hot, baby. It's hot.
They in cover 2. Tell me why they switched to cover 6. I'm like, and this is
It's
exactly what we do. We explain to people how the game's going. We explain this is what you're seeing. This is
it's
what
hot.
you're not seeing. So
It's hot. Shout out to Luke. Shout out to Luke, man. Big shout.
Good job,
Big
nephew.
shout out to you. Big shout out to you. But hey, it's an important week. But I want to start off by saying this is not a do or die game, which is what is being hyped up to be. Pump the brakes, everybody. Go along for the ride. We have exceeded our expectation of what this 2025 team was going to be. So just go along for the ride. You know, I got people saying, oh, if the Bears lose this game, we go from first place to 7th place or 6th place. Pump the brakes. It's one game. We are 9-3. Far exceeded expectations of what we thought. So let's go along for the ride and let's see how this play out.
well, I agree with that. And the other part of that is there's a series. So there's 2 games within 3 weeks. So all we got to do is split the series, and that already puts us in a better position. So the Bears fans they're not going to be happy until we win everything, and then they're not going to be happy till we win everything 50 times in a row. So I agree with you. Let's calm down. This is not a do or die game.
Exactly.
Even though we playing the Packers at home, I want to put my foot on their neck and not take it off until they stop moving. That sounds a little morbid, don't
it? Hey, Jay, I'm glad you said that because I see a lot of that going around too. Like this is a do or die. It's not. You love to win this game and to start a new beginning with the Packers since we beat them earlier this year, which was the last game of last season. And you'll like to get this momentum on our side. But it's not a do or die that's saying if you don't win this, that is over.
Well, we got a whole lot of fake people want to be upset, fake anger.
Right.
I got to make myself angry so people get scared. What's up, Quick?
Hey, ¿qué pasó, amigo? ¿Cómo estás? Huh?
No pasa nada, amigo. Okay.
Oh, mira.
What's up, Doc?
What's going on? How are you guys doing? Everybody's good. Yeah. Just over here walking with the homies. Man, great day to be a Chicago Bears fan. Yeah.
You just need that plaid shirt, and you be there.
Yeah, hey, Holmes. Yeah. What's going on? I got in from my basketball game, So good.
You have to transition quick, don't you, from football to basketball?
Right.
And you wonder why they call me Quick. You thought it was some girl. Huh? I like Martin Luther King just trying to get to the mountaintop, huh? What you guys talking about, huh? I just pop in and say hello, yeah.
Well, this is Packers week, so this is all we're talking about. What you got?
Right, it's Packers week. So, I just started off saying that everybody needs to pump the brakes. This ain't no do or die game. How everybody is feeling like, oh my God, the sky's falling if the Bears lose. They have far exceeded our expectations. So, let's pump the brakes, go along for the ride, and let's just ride it out.
Yeah.
Coming into this game, we have a lot of positive momentum. The Bears, we got a winning streak going. And last week, we definitely experienced a high. I guess it was just Friday for the day after Thanksgiving, where the Bears actually, that was the most dominant that we saw the offensive line in the run game. Now, after that game, in the press conference a few days later, Ben Johnson talked about how the offense, their passing game, need to clean up some of the stuff. And I know some of the people who just kind of like maybe got it in for Caleb, they took it as a knock on Caleb. But no, he was talking about the whole offense. When you listen to the whole statement, he talked about receivers not running their routes to the right depth. And also, I rewatched. I hear some feedback or some music or something. I'm not sure what it is. Then he also, when I rewatched the game against the Eagles, they do got to clean some things up, because as good as Darnell Wright was in the run game, he missed a lot of blocks in that passing game. He actually a couple of times doubled a guy in his man sprint straight in a few times, and at one point, him and Jonah Jackson actually, I guess, had to talk about it, right? Like, pick up your man. Why you letting your man go? So that is one of the things that the Bears are going to have to clean up, because even in the Steelers game, there were a few times, matter of fact, you played against J.J. Watt, but there was a few times that Darnell gave up pressure on that against – matter of fact, he gave up pressure on the play that was ended up being a sack. So overall, I do agree with what he's saying. They need to clean up some stuff in the passing game.
Well, the other thing that's happening in the passing games, a lot of times they've got routes that require the quarterback and the receiver to be on the same page, to see the defense the exact same way. So if the receiver runs 15 yards down the field, you got to know if he's going for the flag or if he's going for the post. And because the quarterback is throwing the ball before he comes out of his cut. Now, what ends up happening, a lot of times you end up seeing Caleb Williams, way off target. And you're like, man, that's a terrible throw. No, he just anticipated that the receiver was going to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So until they, and this is the first year in a new offense, it's going to take some cycles before, the quarterback and the receivers all get on the same page. That said, the Bears are doing work on the ground game. So that's something that travels, that should be something that you can put your hat on every week. So the Packers, as far as I'm concerned, they are about in the same class as the Eagles from a defensive standpoint, except the Packers are hurting a little bit. So I think we're going to be able to run the ball very well against the Packers today. So Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that.
I just wish, I just wish fans, and I just want to say this, not to knock fans, but I wish they would just study the game a little bit more in depth, because their opinions are so strong. And they talk about, well, Caleb holds the ball too long. This offense requires him to hold the ball just a tick of a second. And what I give Caleb a lot of credit for is the sacks that he took last year. He's not taking those this year, which goes back to the completion percentage, which I feel like is a totally overrated stat, because you're not taking sacks. You're dirting the ball, or you're throwing the ball away, or those design passes turn into scrambles. But everybody want to talk about completion percentage, and he's doing the total opposite of what he was doing last year. Last year, he was holding the ball too long, but the offense was a bad offense. And now that he has an offense with Ben Johnson that everybody knows is going to require you to hold the ball for a tick of a second later, he's not doing that. He's dirting the ball and he's throwing the ball away. So, that's the thing. But everybody's like, he holding the ball too long. Well, the route hasn't developed yet. And that's what I want fans to get into the grit of the game. When they if you don't have a strong opinion about it, then I really don't care. But if you got that strong opinion, like Caleb holding the ball too long, then you are the one that I need you to sit down and study what this offense is all about.
So you want us to have an intelligent fan base?
Of course I do. I mean, I can only hope. I can only hope. You know what I'm saying? I can only hope.
We are in a. I'm sorry, man. I'm eating some peanut brittle. Shout out to,
Everybody.
Oh, you showing your age. You showing your age.
hey, man.
Kids, young people looking like, what is peanut brittle? Oh my God, what is peanut brittle?
I ain't get this gray beard yesterday. All right. So what we're doing though, and when you talk about the offense, it takes a little bit of time to get some continuity. But I think people are getting better. Man, you gotta share that beer, man. But
Oh, I didn't know y'all saw that. Y'all wasn't supposed to see that.
man, I'm a referee. I see everything.
I'm sorry. It's Friday. I'm sorry. It's Friday night. It's Friday night for me. I'm sorry.
Hey. But so it takes a little bit of time to get some continuity going. But and speaking back to Darnell Wright, he has benefited from the veterans being in the offensive line locker room.
Absolutely.
Jonah Jackson playing next to him with some experience, some playoff experience and things of that nature. So when you play next to a dog, you can't be a chihuahua. That dog is, you might be a pit bull. You're playing next to a pit bull, and you might be a chihuahua, but that you're gonna have that pit bull mentality, and your ass gonna be out there, right? They're barking too, and you think you're that dog. But we have some growing to do, and I'm just happy where we are right now. Not saying that I'm complacent, but we still have growing to do in order to take this thing to the next level. We're far above and ahead of where we should be and where we all thought we were going to be. Who thought we were going to be winning so many games in a row and all of that? I mean, I knew we were going to win some games, but
number one seed in the NFC. Who would have thought that?
I would have.
Who would have thought that?
Lost the house.
I would be homeless right now.
Yeah,
I would be straight up homeless right now.
But one thing that I see is that when you look at the locker room after the games and things of that nature, these guys are all playing for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not make no mistake about it. We got to where we are, and we're here now. And so by us being here, there's some veterans, Kevin Breyer, and some other veterans that's been there. TJ Edwards, even if he's not playing, is still in that locker room.
Yep.
Gardner Johnson, still in that locker room. Even Tremaine Edmonds, still in that locker room. These guys have gotten playoff experience. So they are talking to the young guys like, hey, look, this is what we need to do to get to where we need to go.
Joe Tony.
Guys have bought in to what Ben Johnson wants to do.
Yeah. What you got playing?
Another thing about Ben Johnson that what the fans need to understand is what Ben Johnson is. He's implementing a professional offense, and even more than that, he's teaching Caleb Williams how to play quarterback. And that's a hard thing to learn, and it's something that's really not taught very well in the NFL. So what do I mean by how to play quarterback? One of the things that Caleb Williams has been doing, he's getting the Bears out of bad plays. So he's actually able to survey the field. He's making the calls correctly, and he's saying, wait a minute, that linebacker's over a little bit. We need to change this play to something else. So he makes the adjustment. Another thing he's doing that doesn't get a whole lot of hoopla, he's drawn the defense offsides a number of times and given us free plays. That's gamesmanship. That's how to play quarterback. Another example of him playing quarterback is the 4th and 6. Last week, he kept the ball in his hands, ran for the first down, and kept the ball in bounds. Those are the little nuances that you need to learn to be successful in the NFL. Not just how many passes you complete, what your pass complete percentage is, because that can be skewed. So because Ben Johnson is advanced and he's thinking about where he wants Caleb Williams and the Bears offense to be next year and the year after, they're so far ahead of the game. It's not even it's ridiculous.
Anytime you can develop, I'm sorry, anytime you can develop a quarterback on a winning streak, you're ahead of schedule. And that's what the Bears are doing right now. Caleb is not a finished product, but he's not putting the football in harm's way. He's making the plays when he needs to make the plays, and he's still developing. And despite of his development, you're winning football games.
Mm-hmm.
That's monumental. That is monumental.
Yeah, Jay, great point. I think about what Plank was saying about the completion percentage, and he teaching them how to play quarterback. Plank and I was talking about it earlier today, and I wanted to give an example on how that percentage could be misleading, but you got to understand like what's happening. Example, say you ran on first down, got 5 yards. You threw an incompletion on second. It's 3rd and 5, you convert on 3rd. Let's say you did that cycle the whole game. You only completed 50% of your passes. But if you're actually 70 to 80% conversion on 3rd down or 4th and 4 or 4th or whatever it is, that's why you're actually scoring points. Because that's what we have seen with the Bears at times. We've actually maybe have seen incompletions on 2nd down, but we've seen the sticks get moved on 3rd. But a lot of us get locked on, he missed that pass on 2nd, versus they actually converted on 3rd down, because that's 50%. You threw 2 passes, 1 complete, 1 didn't. So I like what Jay and Plank said about developing the quarterback.
Like that too.
What you got? Was that quick?
So you just didn't like what I said. No, but
Well, oh yeah, I like what you said quick.
But to add to the point, the reason why we're able to do that and be successful on 3rd down is that we're limiting our penalties. Mm-hmm. Our penalties are those stupid, those dead ball penalties, the false starts, and all of that. That's what's keeping us ahead of the sticks. You know, we're not getting those. We have very limited penalties. Let me knock on wood for out there be holding all day on Sunday, but we're not getting a lot of those calls that we used to get. You know, holding, guys jumping off sides, and just those little dumb penalties, man, that hurt you and puts you 1st and 20 and stuff like that. We're keeping the field short, man. We 3rd and 5, which is manageable, and we stand in that area.
And see, it's a lot of fun facts that go with that, because Bernard, you just said on 3rd down how they complete, the pass. The Bears are number 1 in the league, number 1 in the NFL on 1st down and 2nd down running the football. 135 yards per game. That's an insane stat. But what happens is when Ben Johnson is so clear. I don't ever think I've seen a offensive coordinator / head coach scheme things the way he do. Last week in the run game, it was so much motion going on. And when the ball was snapped and the final motion was going on, you had wide receivers looking like they was going to block somebody. And they was just really getting in the way. DJ Moore continued to get in the way of the outside rusher, and they looking at him like he's going to get the ball. In the meantime, he's getting in the way, and the backside, the running back is on the backside, and so you taking one player totally out of the equation of making the tackle. The intricacies in Ben Johnson's offense is absolutely insane. And if people, I'm sorry, y'all, this is just me. if people actually watch the game with a level of intricacy that this dude is calling the game, they'll be like, "Oh my God, it's crazy! It's crazy!" And
Hey,
people just looking at it like, "Well, Caleb didn't complete that pass." No, but he completed the pass when the pass needed to be completed. And I'm talking about the touchdown to Cole Kmet, because it was one of the things where they was running the ball. Caleb was like, "Oh, the back right here, but I think Kmet gonna beat this safety. Let me just drop it."
yeah.
It's the intricacies of Ben Johnson's offense is absolutely insane.
Hey, just because you're on the bandwagon don't mean you know how to drive it. So
It's insane.
I got a question. I have a question. There's another guy that's in the offensive room that was a great offensive coordinator who worked with one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Eric
Speak
Bieniemy.
on it.
Those who don't know, one of the coaching candidates, and is a winner, right? And so, how much do you think his impact happens in that offensive room?
you're right.
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's a great comment, Quick, because it definitely has.
You got one, Quick. You got one, Quick. That's a great question. That's a great observation. You got one.
Hey, but it has definitely has some impact, not only just on the running game, the passing game, even having the experience of a guy who's a offensive line coach, right? Because the blocking schemes in the run game, like you said, it ain't only that they're going in motion, it's what some of them guys, like you talked about DJ getting in the way just to take a guy out. I seen one play that keeps standing out where Rome Odunze was on the right side of the field. He goes in motion to the left. Then Kmet comes back in motion and lines up as a fullback.
A fullback.
Right. And then when the ball is snapped, Rome and DJ both are coming towards the backfield, but DJ is coming like it's going to be an end around. But Rome goes up and he turns it up in the center of the field. He's right behind Kmet, but he's actually going out to block one of the corners or the linebacker that's coming, right? So even through that motion, and the funny part about it, didn't nobody really look at Managa until he got up the field. They didn't know who had the ball.
It's insane, man. It's what Ben Johnson is doing is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And if you just take the time and get out of your head what's supposed to happen and what's actually really happening on the field, you would get a better understanding of like, okay, wait a minute. He actually fooled me and I'm sitting on my couch. So I can't imagine what the defense is looking at. Like, wait a minute. Because when I tell you Philadelphia last week was stomped, they had no clue what was going on. Jalen Carter, and I can't think of the other defensive tackle's name right now, but they had no clue what was going on. Because they're like, wait a minute, what's happening here? It's a beauty. It's beauty in motion, and people just need to get to it and understand it. It's beauty in motion, man.
Hey, what's up, Mike Ross? One of my former co-workers. He said, if you watch other games, there are a lot of top QBs missing passes.
No, they ain't. You know? Only Caleb missed passes. Don't nobody else miss passes.
Right, nobody else does that, right?
Nobody else miss passes. It's only Caleb.
Hey, because it's Bears Packers week, I have to make mention about the Packers and some of the stuff they get to saying. It's interesting that the Packers are running around trying to be fake mad. So they're a little upset because Ben Johnson, when he first got to be the coach of the Bears, said, I'm looking forward to beating the Packers a couple times a year. But if you think about it, he's coming from Detroit. They did beat the Packers, and they had a much better record against the Packers, kind of equal to what the Packers had against the Bears. So as Ben Johnson was talking from that standpoint, Michael Parsons, who just got to Green Bay, who is now, for whatever reason today, he's like, I'm angry and I hate the Bears and whatever. And I'm like, I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. First of all, you haven't been a Packer long enough to be mad about the Bears, but you can kind of express that if you want to. Secondly, what are you actually saying? If you listen to what he's saying, he has no idea what he's talking about. So it's a little bit embarrassing to listen to the man and expecting, something intelligible to come out, and it's not. So I thought that was just an interesting point to mention. What you got, Jay?
But to get back, we didn't had all the fun, but let's get back to the nuts and bolts of the game.
Yep.
Out of this rivalry, this is the longest rivalry in NFL history.
Yep.
This is only the 9th time that these two teams have met with a 500 or above record. Out of all these years, this is only the 9th time, and the Bears are 2-7. So it's time to right the ship. We won the last game in January, last game of the season. I think the Packers only played their starters like the first half, but we wound up winning that game, which was a morale booster for the Bears because they hadn't beat the Packers since 2018. So what I'm looking forward to is if this team, the 2025 Bears, are going to take that leap. Not saying that this is going to be all or not. It's time to put the rivalry back in its place because I'm old enough to remember when this really wasn't a rivalry on our side.
Right.
And now, the newer generation from just say 98, 90, 95, they like, we own the Bears. No, we own y'all. But it's time to put the rivalry back where it is. And I'm glad that both of these teams are 500 or better. And we're playing meaning football in the month of December. This is monumental for Bears fans and for Packers fans as well, because I know Packers fans, they like, I'm glad y'all are finally relevant. So this is good for the NFC North, it's good for the NFL, and it's good for the Bears-Packers rivalry.
Well, let's remember the Bears were 5-0 in November, and the Bears went 4-0 against the NFC East.
Absolutely.
Whereas Philadelphia went 3-0 against everybody other than the Bears again for the NFC Central.
But we ain't playing nobody. We ain't playing nobody.
It's funny how that math works out, though, right? You can't have it both ways.
We ain't playing nobody. You also got to remember, the Packers' 3 losses are against the Panthers, the Eagles, and the Browns. And a tie with the Cowboys. But I digress. We ain't playing nobody.
No, not at all. When the Eagles played the Cowboys, not the Eagles. I'm sorry. When the Packers played the Cowboys, the interesting thing about that game was it really like anybody could have won that game because both quarterbacks to me were just playing so awful, and as that was one of those games where I believe the Packers fans were upset about Jordan Love, and there was a few times where the tush push was done and they didn't get it, and then the Packers would go for it on 4th, and they passed on some field goals. So my point is Jordan Love has been inconsistent this season. The last game, he looked like he's the next comment or whoever. Game before that, he looks like, man, they may have to consider drafting somebody. And he's in his third year
starting. Third year as a starter. Yeah, third year as a starter.
5th year on the team, though, right?
5th year on the team, 3rd year as a starter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's this here?
But he has not put the ball in harm's way. He only has 3 picks this year.
Right.
So
Right.
he's actually playing better. But at the same time, if you look at this is what I'm saying about the intricacies of the game. If you
For
look
this
at
guy. Okay.
the teams that he has played over, just say, the last 5 or 6 weeks, and you look at the teams that he struggled against, it's like, oh, you struggle against this team?
Right.
But it's one of those things where, you look at Caleb and they'll be like, oh, he struggled against them. But guess what? Jordan Love did too. Or Caleb played well against this team and Jordan Love didn't. So it's crazy to me how the respect for Caleb Williams, not only in the NFC North, but I'm just talking about the national media, how they still won't give this young man his due diligence. Caleb Williams played probably one of his best games last week. And you'll look at his stats and be like, oh, that was awful. But it really wasn't, because the running game got married to the passing game, and it's crazy. I just thought of this. It's so crazy.
He walked on water, but his feet got wet, man.
He walked on water, but his feet got wet. But when I use the word married, the running game was married, and the passing game was out cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when when the cheater apologized and made the touchdown pass, it made everything worthwhile.
What you got, quick? What you got, quick?
Analogy right now.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work in most situations. Okay.
Like, wait, how? I'm trying to. You got to duck that thing, man. No, we are. Like I said, I can't really wait to see the game, because it has to be. I mean, they done moved the game back. They moved the other game to a night game. I'm just like, I'm here for it. I'm waiting to see it. I want to see
Along
it.
For the ride.
Yeah.
For the ride. I'm just along for the ride.
But it's what you said earlier. It's not a must-win game.
It's not. It's not.
It's a show-up game, but it's not a must-win. I'd be happy with a split.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things everybody needs to understand is that the NFL is better when the Chicago Bears are better. They make the entire league more watchable because Chicago has such a fan base that these them same people that have been traveling for the last 5 or 6 years, and we get beat 55-0, and then they travel the next week. We got a passionate fan base, so they're gonna get behind the Bears, and when the Bears are good. Man, have y'all heard that song with the Bears, Bear Down? We came to win.
Yeah.
I want to go outside and start stealing on somebody, man. I'm just excited.
And this season actually reminds me of the 2005-2006 season, where the Bears actually went to the Super Bowl against Indianapolis. This is what that season was. This season kind of reminds me of that, but at the same time, I was talking to my brother a couple of weeks ago, and I said, this is the 2001 Bears. That was that Dick Geron year where they went 13-3, the back-to-back pick six Mike Brown game.
Yeah.
This is what that team is, because that team, to me, peaked so early, and we wasn't expecting it, and they lost in the first round against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, that's why I'm curbing my expectations. And Doc, I'm telling you, all week I just been like, I'm not trying to rush my time, but I'm like, damn, the game ain't here yet. I'm really so looking forward to this game, since this is probably the biggest game that I've looked forward to outside of the 2018 season when the Bears played the Rams. at Soldier Field.
Oh man,
This is
don't
this is how I'm feeling right now as far as this game goes.
Hey, quick, get your girl Erica trolling us.
With all that cheese in there, what's that all about?
Hey,
You gonna have
Oh,
upset
okay,
stomach,
Erica.
bro.
Okay, Erica.
yeah, she went to Alcorn, so she probably constipated too with all that cheese. But they don't have a store within like 3 hours of that.
Yeah. Trust me, I was there for 2 years, so I know.
Yeah.
I was there for 2 years. You
gotta
got to travel.
Just to get a Piggly Wiggly down there.
You got to travel just to get to the laundromat in Lorman.
I really
But
don't want Bears to have the number 1 seed because we've had bad luck with that joint. You remember Cody Doinky?
Man, why you got to start doing that, man?
I'm just
I was
saying.
in a good mood, man. What you didn't have to bring that up.
We had the number 1 seed. We had the number 1 seed. I'm like, we don't need the number 1 seed. We don't need no weeks off. We need to play and keep going. I don't. No, I really don't.
Erica ready for this game. All right.
I see. Yeah. See,
you know what? I put
ready.
Caleb's stats up there earlier against the Packers last season. He went 23 of 31 in the first game, passed for 231 yards, 74.2% completion ratio. Second game, he was 21 of 29, 72.4% passing ratio, 148 yards, and 1 TD. So, matter of fact, in both those games, really, I know the Bears only won one. I think the first game was, I think it ended with a block field goal.
They only lost one too.
That was the game we lost on a block field goal. Caleb got the Bears in position to win the game, and the Packers blocked the field goal. So, it's not like the Packers dominated us last season. So to me, and I want to take a Michael Parsons thing, and I said I wasn't gonna go here, but I am. I'm gonna take a Michael Parsons thing. The Bears are 6.5-point underdog in this game. Really? 6.5 points? Y'all giving the Bears 6.5 points in this game? Come on.
Last I checked, Michael Parsons is not very good against the run.
Don't tell him that. That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. That's what he's saying.
It's also the truth.
People say something he can't do, they disrespecting him. If he get 3 sacks and they start saying he should have had 5, you're disrespecting him. That's what he said. Let's look at the injury report. Rome Odunze is not going to be able to go in this game, and Stevenson is not going to be able to go in this game, which that's one of the beautiful things about this defense, the depth they have, because then that means Nashon Wright is the other corner, and Jalen Johnson came back last week, and congratulations to Nashon that he actually was the NFC Defensive Player of the Month.
Not the week. Stress that. Not the week. The month. This dude was Defensive Player of the Month. That's big.
Yeah.
That is huge. But I want to give Dennis Allen a lot of credit because we played the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I believe.
Yep.
But none of our starting linebackers. And he has been able to generate slight pressure, but he has been able to put people in positions to make plays. And anytime you not playing with your your top 3 linebackers, and you're playing special teamers at linebacker, but you have the ability to put in C.J. Gardner Johnson, and you get Kyler Gordon back, and you get Jalen Johnson back. Tyree Stevenson go down. Okay, let's just flip. They sound right to one side. You got these guys like McLeod. All these guys with this next man up mentality has actually paid dividends for this team. And Dennis Allen has put these guys in a position to win, and it's showing on the field.
Yeah, they deep at DB. I mean, they got guys for days at defensive back there. I mean, shoot, safety. Oh man, we deep. We
And I
deep.
remember, in week 2 when the Bears lost to the Lions, everybody was saying, "Oh Lord," and I said it, and I admit when I'm wrong. I said it. I'm like, "Oh, Kevin Byard has lost a step. He looks slow out there. This dude leading the league in interceptions."
Mm-hmm.
Shows me what I know. I may be able to commentate, but I can't coach. So it's just amazing. But that's the Ben Johnson effect. Anytime you got a team that's willing to run through a brick wall for their coach, you get the most out of that team. And that's what I'm seeing after 12 weeks or 13 weeks. That's what I'm seeing with this team right now. They are just so confident. They believe that they can win. And it comes with that attitude like we was losing and now we're learning how to win. And that is, people don't understand that is big. Attitude is everything. And as long as you got a coach telling you that no matter what, we can win a game, it's huge.
Yeah, hey, defensively, they're getting back TJ Edwards as
Yep.
well. So even
Dominic
though
Robinson.
yeah,
Dominic Robinson as well
Dominic
coming back
Robinson.
this week.
So you getting some of your guys that's been out, but those guys you mentioned, the backup guys, they have did a awesome job. They have not even missed a step, and those guys actually have made good tackles. They actually have become the last few weeks a good tackling defense where guys are going down right away. I mean, I was impressed the way they are going back 2 games, but how easily they was bringing down DK Metcalf. He's a big guy. He's not an easy guy to tackle.
Saquon Barkley last week.
He lost yards on several plays that he ran where they waited for him to spin and clapped down on him. So, hey, what are some of the injuries that the Packers have that's going to miss this game? I know they got some linemen out, and
well, I know Tucker Kraft is on injured reserve, who's actually still he's missed several weeks, and he's still their second leading receiver. So that's huge. I know Christian Watson has been back over the last couple of weeks. They're easing him back into the rotation. The Green Bay Packers have several wide receivers on this team that make plays.
I thought
But the
Josh
injury,
Jacobs had an injury as well.
Josh Jacobs had an injury. He didn't play week before last, but he did play last week against Detroit. He did play last week. He did play against Detroit. But they got a capable backup. I believe his last name is Wilson. They got a capable backup. But this game, as we talk about it, is going to be a game of coaching. This is what this is going to be, because the way Ben Johnson schemed up last week, and people was like, I didn't know the Bears could run like that. He schemed that up last week. So this week, against Vic Fangio, he was like, I'm going to run this ball down Vic Fangio's throat, and there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. So it's going to be interesting to see. We have Ben Johnson, and then we have Green Bay's head coach, which his name is escaping me right now. He's the offensive coordinator, Matt LaFleur. Thank you. He's also the offensive coordinator for them. So now you have 2 head coaches / offensive coordinators going against each other. Jeff Hapley, who is their defensive coordinator, which I kind of knew his name. I know his name because I've been looking at Green Bay's defense this entire week. It's going to be a problem because they are 6th in yards per game. They're 8th in passing yards per game, giving up on defense. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Ben Johnson is going to look to attack this team. But I still think he's going to look to run the football. and he's going to actually try to get the big plays, the explosive plays, which the Bears lead the NFL in, which is absolutely crazy to me. We lead the league in explosive plays. Ben Johnson is going to find a way to create havoc on this Bears defense. I'm just looking, and it's the last thing I'm going to say. I'm just looking to see what Michael Parsons is going to look like this week.
He's going to be tired.
Because, but you're right, Plank. You're right, Plank. You know why? Because I feel like the way they use him, especially on second and third down, they move him around all the time, and they act like don't nobody know what Michael Parsons said. Well, he's number one. He's got
Right.
he number one on. He got a number one on his jersey, so they can see him. But no matter where he lines up at, they're gonna see him.
Either.
So
He ain't lined up at safety yet, so this ain't so hard to figure out.
So it's not going to be hard to figure out where he's going to be lined up. It's just we got to be able to scheme it up to block him. So yeah, this is exciting, man. This is so exciting.
What's up, guy?
What's up, guy?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
What's up, guy?
Are y'all as excited as I am?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, Sher, what? How you think the Bears gonna pull this off, guy?
Are you gonna pull it off?
Yeah.
Johnson's got them thinking in a different vein. Everybody for the past God knows how many years, the onus is we have to beat them. Ben Johnson got them pissed off that they haven't beat him. So they already going in with attitude. So when you wipe that psychological slate, now it sort of takes that whole onus and that fear away. Now you see them as another team. Not that they're a bad team, they're a good team, but now you get to go up in there with a whole different type of stigma. You know, it probably would have been a little sweet if Aaron Rodgers was here, but I believe this year he's got their minds right, and a lot of them cats are looking at this game a little bit differently. I think they're a little pissed off. So, fries to you.
Okay. How did we get to Jordan Love? I mean, he hasn't turned the ball over much, but our team has been able to get quarterbacks who don't turn it over to turn it over, because I want to say coming into the game against the Eagles, I believe Jalen Hurts either had 0 interceptions or he only had 1. Well, it's something real low. He hadn't really threw any picks, and he threw a pick in that game. Do you remember how many he had?
I think he had 1 interception. Or one or maybe 2 interceptions in that game. And Bayer baited him.
All time coming into the game, how many did he have?
Right.
I think he had 1 or 2
Okay.
coming into that game. And Bayer once again baited a quarterback to throw the football. So Jordan Love will toss you the football. He has been careful over these last few weeks, but if you can get him off his spot, he will throw you the football. That's the biggest thing about Jordan Love. He will make the mistake, but you got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, because he get under pressure. Sometimes I've seen some games where he just throw it up in the air. I mean, literally, like some of them, I'm not even sure why he didn't even get. I guess he had barely got out the box, or they didn't call it, but it just threw it like straight in the air, like to nobody. Just like this, let me just get rid of it. And you're like, who is he throwing to? So he had started panicking. And I would give our quarterback credit. Caleb is a tough dude. Caleb is, and he's strong as heck, because I'm trying to think of who was that last week who came in off the left side, and they literally was on Caleb back. He ended up sacked on that play because Jalen Carter had got broken containment in the middle. But the defensive end was on Caleb back, and Caleb was able to flip him. But Carter was right there. I didn't know he's that. And I also think Caleb is faster than what we may think he is. I would be surprised Caleb probably runs a 4.4 or something, because he doesn't run full speed. But when you watch that Cincinnati game, I forgot what they said they clocked Caleb at in that game, but it was pretty fast, faster than
he had a 20. Yeah, he had a 20-point-something mile per hour. He had a 20-point-something mile per hour in that game. So, but it's Love to Wicks. Okay. Dontavian Wicks, huh? Okay,
See,
Erica,
but the
if you
bigger,
say
you know,
so.
the bigger picture is so many people, so many of these teams go into the game and they always emphasize, Jordan Love hasn't thrown a pick, so you better be careful. You better watch it. Whereas when you put it on the other side, it's like, oh, he haven't thrown a pick? All right, we'll see about that. Now it completely changes mystique. I think that this whole Packers mystique thing has had the Bears psyched out for a number of years. All we need is just for one person for us to get out here and to believe that all this stuff is what it is, and we going out there like some dogs and do our thing, they could change it. Johnny,
John
Muhammad,
said, hey,
what's up, QB1?
if I'm reading this right with a incorrect spelling, he's saying Bears will beat everyone remaining on the schedule.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yep.
Is that, if I'm interpreting that
Why
right?
not?
Yep.
Why
That's
not
what
us?
But Plank, what do you got for the Bears to win this game?
Bears got to run the ball. That's first and foremost. Be aggressive coming at them. Don't be afraid to keep showing new nuances in the offense. Defensively, Jordan Love is extremely dangerous from the pocket, especially when you're blitzing him. So the DA's got to come up with some different coverages that kind of confuse him a little bit, because Jordan Love's a lot better in these kind of games than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
That said,
True.
he wants to throw us the ball. He's going to throw it to us. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a pick off him, but I think it's going to be a much more competitive game than the people in Green Bay are used to when the Bears come there. So I'm looking forward to this. Absolutely.
It's gonna be pretty cold on Sunday too. I think about 10 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, they say it's gonna be about 15 degrees by game time, and by the end of the game, it's gonna be anywhere between 0 and 5.
So with the
ain't even
heaters,
a factor
that makes
in the
it what,
month.
32 on the sidelines?
Say it again.
So with the heaters, because they bring in heaters for NFL games. Don't
Yeah.
think they just out there freezing.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's about 32 on the sidelines, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
Yeah,
much.
but they may pull some of the gamesmanships where some reason the heaters on the Bear side don't work.
The way that happens, if it doesn't work on the Bear side, Green Bay can't have them on their side either.
They can do it against the Rams or like somebody like a warm weather team, but these teams like these Midwest teams, man, I don't think it plays as much of a factor unless you're a dome team in the Midwest.
Right.
So what you think, Doc?
Well,
I love it. I love it.
The game the Bears have to play physical. They have to run the ball. They have to stay ahead of the sticks. As I said, don't get any dumb penalties. But they have to limit Green Bay from getting big plays. Pressure Jordan Love. Hit Jordan Love. Make him uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Right? And so those are the keys to the game for me, because I've seen Jordan Love. When you hit him, he doesn't respond very well. And so you got to play defense, limit the big plays, and you got to control the clock, just like you did the last game. Control the clock.
And see, that's the big thing with Christian Watson being back, because with Christian Watson back, Jordan Love would throw 50-50 balls. Without Christian Watson, he wouldn't do that. And especially the Tucker Craft is out as well. So that's a big concern for me, the Christian Watson effect, which is why I'm saying I'm so glad that Jalen Johnson is back, because he may be able to limit that connection in the passing game.
Yeah. You know what? I think that
we have to learn how to locate the ball, man. That's his major flaw as a DB. For whatever reason, you keep seeing him out of position and he looks up and the other guy snatches the ball. But it's hard to get the ball over a 6'4" DB.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Which is where he's thriving at. That's
we
where he's
have to
thriving
score
at.
sixes in the red zone, man.
Absolutely.
We got to put some heat on these dudes, because we can have all this bravado and everything, but in their mindset, it's business as usual. It's like, oh, we playing the Bears again. Okay, it's whatever. We're going to run our same offense. We're going to do our thing. We're going to roll the dice. We expect to come out with a win. What you need to do is change the narrative. Number one, you got to put Jordan Love on his back, prolifically put him on his back. It ain't got to be 5-6 sacks. It could be one really good one or two to let them know that I'm here. And more importantly, we can't keep coming, because I saw this game yesterday. It was a specific team, the Dallas Cowboys, kept getting in the red zone and doing a few things. But we need to get in the red zone and score. But we got two dog backs, man, running down their throat, especially in this weather. It would be a plus. If we could get some yards after the first few plays, if we can show that we can really run the ball, Green Bay going to have a problem trying to stop that in that cold.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get ready for 2 for 2. Then we get our predictions. But while we getting ready for 2 for 2, let me run this video right quick.
Gotta cut off the roof, but the dogs go missing. Every time I shoot out the coop, no ceilings. Feeling bulletproof, letting loose in my linens. The lemonade I made, cause life gave me lemons. I made up Johnny Dane for a chain. When I'm finished, need some new APs and another diamond pendant. The label's trying to sign, but for now I'm independent. And dropping all these bars, get my mind out of prison. But when is that enough? I just can't fight the feeling. I just can't start the healing process by myself. My energy, I give it to you. Just follow me up here to this road. And normally there's nothing to do. Just privileged kids with one hell of a view.
Hey, that's Luke Scott. Luke Scott did the intro lyrics for our theme song, and that's some of his new music that he's gonna drop in New Year. But y'all ready for? Hey, guys, you can hit that 2 for 2 for us since you're here.
2 for 2. Luke is his own boy band. That's how cold he is. He's like, you know what? You didn't need nobody else. I'm my own boy band.
Well, right. I'm a background here before lead singer. Okay, what y'all got? Who are your bottom two, or who are your top two in the NFL through week 14?
Bottom two playing each other. Tennessee and Cleveland. Tennessee is the bottom, and they're at the bottom twice.
Yeah, I agree with
What about the top, Plank?
I'm going to take Chicago versus Green Bay, and I'm taking Chicago to actually win that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh, I guess I got to give a score. Okay.
Oh, no, we ain't got to the score. We just doing 2 for 2 right now.
Okay.
Well, my 2 for 2, I'm gonna copy Plank. My 2 for 2 bottom is because I usually talk about Carolina, but Carolina actually in the hunt, so I can't really talk about them. But Tennessee and Cleveland are definitely the bottom two, and I don't want to sound like a homer, and I'm not gonna be a homer, and I'm not gonna give New England no props. And I'm not going to give the Bears no props. Not right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm still going to say that the Los Angeles Rams, say quick, the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles are my top 2 picks. That's just me.
Jay, haven't you ever heard that everything you say before you the word "but" doesn't count?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna go. My 2 for 2. My 2 bottom teams this week has flipped finally. It's Tennessee. I had them bottom for a while, but in the Raiders, it has to be the Raiders for me because the Raiders had also fired their OC, and at one point they sent their OC. Now since they fired him, he was calling plays that wasn't even in the playbook. So that team. That's crazy, but hey, you know what? There's always been teams that's been more dysfunctional than the Bears. My top 2 is I'm gonna go with Jay. I'm gonna look against you on this one. I'm gonna go with New England and the Rams as far as the top 2 right now.
Okay,
you said it. Those are mine right there.
Was yours? Okay.
But I'm gonna go with the Rams and the Bears as my top 2. And my low one has got to be Tennessee and the Raiders, man. The Raiders, I mean, man, I don't know, man. I always say this thing that like the lower teams could probably beat the brakes off the number one team in football. I don't know about these BAD bad.
You know, I saw an old picture of Pete Carroll took his shirt off, trying to hype up
Rally
his
the troops.
That was ridiculous, man.
And 15 people sent
I
in
never had to
donations.
look at that again, man. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you got 2 for 2
sent in
quick.
donations to offer him food.
I do. I have a 2 for 2 here. My bottom 2, of course, is Tennessee, but my second team is the Arizona Cardinals. They suck, dunk, right? And they're going to be without Kyler Murray probably for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the season, yep.
Yeah, so that's my bottom. Oh, good luck, Marvin Harrison. My top 2 has to be the Rams. And I got a couple here. What, man, you know, I'm going to tell you, I really don't like this team, but I do, but I don't.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh, don't say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Not the Denver Broncos. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
They've played one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. And they're 10-2.
Quit. Come on.
Hey, man, listen, I don't be talking about y'all when y'all be great.
To me, the Broncos is the biggest farce of the NFL right now. I'm sorry. If you go back and look at every game that they won, you was like, how did they do that? And you look at the team that they beat, you like, oh, okay. Which the same thing people are saying about our beloved. That's all. You can't have it both ways. You know, New England.
Jay, let's stop.
It took overtime for them to beat the Commanders.
But they won 10 in a row. They can't control the schedule. They just play in front of them.
And I agree with that.
Was wrong. Eric was wrong about that about the doggone Cardinals talking about they got to give tickets away to pack the stadium. They had football players out there with his mom. He's like, "This your mama?" Like, "Yeah, it's my mama. Here, take this helmet. You going in left end." They bad. They bad.
But what I'm saying, guy, is what you said was like you can't help who on the schedule.
Right.
So we've been saying the same thing about the Bears.
Yeah.
But why is the national audience looking at the Bears schedule like they ain't played nobody? A lot of these New England is playing a last place schedule, just like we are.
Jay,
they win 10 in a row, and they like, oh, New England. And it's okay. I can go on the tangent right now because everybody like 40th year, the Bears gonna play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Cut it out.
But it's numbers too. It's numbers because what they talk about is commensurate to the schedule. Like they'll look at the schedule at the beginning of the year. It's like the Bears. The Bears had the 4th toughest schedule in the league. We didn't anticipate a lot of teams that was in there was not gonna play all that good. That's not their fault.
And then all of a sudden now they ain't playing nobody. Cut it out.
Hey,
cut it out.
Excuse me, guys. Let me jump in. The Broncos have 2 losses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the Colts by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They lost to the Chargers by 3.
3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have beaten the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
They've beaten
Which we did too.
Kansas City Chiefs. They beat them.
We beat them in the preseason.
The preseason. Stop.
Come on, man. I had to put it out there. I'm sorry.
They beat both of the teams that was in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
They've beaten the Texans. They beat the Cowboys.
We did too.
We ain't beat the Texans.
But they beat the Texans. But they beat the Texans. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So they've had some tough games, and as T.I. would say, they've come out expeditiously on top.
Expeditiously. Judiciously.
You know, they played some tough teams, and they attending to. I mean, just saying. Now they played it. Coming up. They played Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Chargers again. That's a tough schedule.
So what if they run the table? What if New England runs the table?
What if
Or even Denver?
Huh?
No, he's talking about
No,
Denver.
I'm saying,
He's
what
talking about
if
Denver.
New England or Denver just runs the table? I just think a lot of people look at the records, especially Denver. I mean, they look at the records, the guys, and like I said at the beginning of the season, they looked at all these teams on these schedules. It's like, oh, they're going to lose this, they're going to lose this, they're going to lose this, and they win a game. So it's like with us with the Ravens, we lose to the Ravens. And they're saying, "Oh, y'all would have got messed up. Y'all lost to him, and you didn't even have your boy up in there." But then Lamar came back. He turned around, and next week came back in there and was like bad. So
and they won 5 in a row. And the Ravens have won 5 in a row.
One of those games that if you played against Lamar, maybe you don't lose that game.
Right.
Lamar has not looked good at all since he returned. So that's one of the parodies of the NFL, right? That sometimes you could look at that and you could downplay a Tyler Huntley coming in. But he might have – it was just like at one point when Malik Willis came in last year, and he was playing better than Jordan Love in some of those games. So you could never disregard those guys who have been like career backups, how much energy they could bring to a game and play and manage the game plan where sometimes the starter may be exceeding and maybe mismanaged, if that's a word, mismanaged the game plan. But hey, y'all ready for the scores now?
Hey, before we do that, just to let you know, Jay lost to the Raiders. All right, the Patriots.
The Patriots lost to the Raiders.
Okay.
Yes, one of the 2 losses.
The Broncos. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. If you look to the Raiders, you scum.
Was that good Geno or bad Geno though? Oh, there's only one Geno. That's bad Geno. Okay.
Dude, they should win these games, man.
Yeah.
Mark Carmel could beat these people, man.
No,
Mark Carmel beat a lot of
people. Let's not go that far. Let's not go that far. But you know what? I'm going to get my prediction first.
Okay.
Wait, do I go get my?
Yep. I'm going to get my prediction first. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. But I actually think that because we're on the road, and I feel like our running game is going to travel, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And I'm picking, unfortunately, the Packers to win this game 20-17.
Security?
Oh man, I wish I had that first season quick when you put on that wig. I don't think I have it in the podcast no more. What y'all got? So Jay got them the Packers winning 17-20.
Okay, back to reality. The Bears are 9-3. They are what their record says they are. Everybody anointed Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl as soon as they got Micah Parsons, and it hasn't worked out as well as they expected it to work. The Bears aren't afraid of them. They're not intimidated by them. I got the Bears 26, Packers 21.
Okay, 26-21. I could go. Hey, the Bears, I said a few weeks ago, the Bears are a good team. They are what their records say they are. They got that mojo, whatever that is, the Austin Powell mojo. They on the road. And I'm going to pick them to win 31-20.
Ooh. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But now, while you doing that, put those records up. Put the records up.
Oh, yeah. Let me get them up.
Yeah, part of my score.
Put those records up, right? He said, what'd you say, 31-20 what?
31-20.
Yeah.
31-20.
Yep. I'm looking for some
pretty good this year, ain't he?
They overdue for a pick six.
I like it. I like it.
11-2. Okay.
Hey, got you guy quick. What you got?
Man, I don't care if they playing the Boston Sea Donkeys, man. I got the Bears winning 30-24. I know what you're saying, Jay, and I get you, and I know you got that nice, pristine record, but that one, it's got to go.
And I will be happy. I will be happy to come back 11-2 next week.
Provided that everybody else get messed up, we still will see if you do. You're gonna have some mojo on you because if Bernard picking the Bears, that means y'all gonna be tied.
Mm-hmm.
Ty go to the runner, Bernard's the runner.
Okay, Holmes. So I had to put my hat down because I don't want to be associated with the guy that picks the Packers after the Bears are number one. I don't understand, but I cannot do this. So me and my homeboys will be in Lambeau this weekend to make sure that we all are well taken care of. But I am going to pick the Bears. It is 31-25. Bear down. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Quit walking in Club Dub.
Well, again,
Yeah, Holmes.
Again, like I tell y'all, anytime I pick the Bears, I hope I'm wrong, but I just know the NFL. I just know. So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
That Dos Equis, I don't know.
Winning on the road is never an easy thing. No matter if you're facing a team that only have one win or two wins, is always a challenge winning on the road. I'm sorry. So Jay has the Packers winning 20-17. Plank has the Bears winning 26-21. Quick has the Bears winning 31-25. Guy has the Bears winning 30-24. And I'm going for a stretch. I'm picking the Bears to win 31-20 by 9 points.
Wow.
I was talking to Jesus last
That's 11
week.
points.
Jesus is Bears fan.
Yes. Jesus.
Yeah, so hey, this is so also we want to invite those who are watching. We're going to do Bears banner. We're gonna have a Bears banner watch party this Sunday. Arrival time between like 2:45 and 3. I'll say about 2:45 if you could get there. We're gonna be at the South Shore Yacht Club, Southern South Shore Yacht Club, which is 64-1. What is it, Roberts Road, guys?
Oh yeah,
Roberts Road. If you're coming in, you have to be facing north on that road in order to see the entry gate. Free admission. We're gonna do the podcast from there to post game. So basically, we'll be there from like 2:45, and those who want to just stay, you'll be there till 8 until they kick you out. At 8 you gotta go.
You got to go home, but you got to get up out of there.
Yeah, right. You gotta get up out of there.
Yo, come out and meet the crew of Bears Banter. We'll be there in the house, Holmes.
we are going to have jumper cables and pizza.
I look
all
forward
of
to
that.
meeting a lot of you, especially you guys that be on here talking about the Bears. I want to make sure I meet you guys on Sunday, Holmes.
Hey, he's got his blade, man.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all have anything else before we close out for the night?
Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.
BDB.
Bear down.
Bear
We can't
down.
win. Bear down. We can't win.
Yeah, that song hot, man.
It is.
Like
It
do.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Told you, Lucas is his own boy band.
Hey, until Sunday, I think the game. Hold on, we got one more comment before we close out. Oh,
Hit that subscribe button.
More subscribers.
okay.
Hit that
Erica
subscribe
said she believes it's
Packers
going
win
to go in
OT.
overtime.
No, it's not, Erica, because if it's the best seed game of the season, that means that y'all going home with an L.
We don't play y'all in overtime.
I gotta give it to her. You know what? We got to give it to Erica, man. Erica been on our behind for a number of years or whatever, but she's been 100% faithful, man. We appreciate you, even if you are a Packers fan.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We appreciate her a little bit less as a Packer fan. So, but we like her.
Button, y'all.
We like
Girl,
her.
man.
It's good.
Hey, show everybody from Julian didn't make good decisions in life.
Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And leave on the notification bell button on YouTube, so when we drop new content, you will get a notification that there's new content. And thank everybody who's watched tonight. A lot of viewers out there. As always, the biggest viewing audience is Packers Bears week. And hey, I want to come back Sunday and us talking about Bears win. I mean, I'm excited to be able to anticipate that being the story.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So hey,
Absolutely.
until next time.
Peace.